Happy Thirsty Thursday, fish keepers. I'm doing this with my other hand because I wanted to show you my coffee mug. Jump on the 3 Let's Talk Aquariums podcast for fun times. Welcome to the day in the life of running a tropical fish store. This feels really awkward. Give me 13 seconds to put my cup of coffee down. Push the button, swap hands. Way freaking better. Right. Welcome to the day in the life of running a tropical fish store that is closing down. What are we gonna do today? Well, I've got a freaking doozy, and I'm gonna repeat that, an absolute doozy of an algorithm engager to ask you today. It's gonna be a cracker. We're gonna move some fish, not these ones over here because we're not moving those ones. Through here. We're gonna implement our plan. We're gonna get it done. Corydoras have all just had a bit of a feed. The old Corydoras machines are going to go into that tank either on the other side of this rack over there or into the shop. So we can clear this out. That's going to happen. When the lights flick on, we'll look at possibly moving all of these fish in through here into the shop as well to clear these out as well. So hopefully at the end of the day, bare minimum these two will be cleared out, but hopefully that one as well. This bin of fish will also be moved into the shop. That'll get done. We're doing this today. Alright, I've got no other assignments, no other agendas. We're doing this today. So that one's going to go as well. And we're going to get this tank cleared as well. So the red whiptails, Pimacourse, and the Amapatetra, we're going to get them out of there. We're going to get them into the other tank on the other side of the shop as well. So in theory, end of the day, all of that will be cleared. All of that will be cleared except for the 3 tanks up there of fish. And the few here we haven't quite ready to move yet, the swordtails and whatnot. So all of that will be done. Bottom one is completely done. And I've decided that there's no way I'm going to be able to take these smaller fish home and grow them out or anything like that. So I'm going to put them out local if anyone wants to grow out some Bosmano fry, maybe some bronze Corydoras. I've got a buyer for these fellas. Some green sevens in there. I'll try and find some buyers for them and some buyers for them as well. So we'll try and clear that out. We'll put the word out for them. So it'll be gone. Once these fry are gone, that is both of these racks pretty much all cleared out. But before we go any further, it is time for today's algorithm engager. It's where I ask you a question. You like this video, you share it if you want to, you subscribe if you haven't. Apparently you meant to hit that notifications bell. I don't know what that means, but that's what all the people on YouTube say. So hit that notifications bell as well, whatever the heck that means. Why do we do this? I ask you a simple question. You do this good stuff for me. More people see these videos, more people see the Fanatics Friday Coffee Date. That is a freaking good time. If you haven't seen the Fanatics Friday Coffee Date, jump onto our channel, check out the podcast section or the playlist section. Some phenomenal guests have come on and talked to us all about aquariums, all about tropical fish. It is a freaking good time and is well worth answering this question, just with a little bit of effort that it takes. Yeah, anyway, so my question for you today. Are you aware of anybody alive or fictional that has the same name as you? I know of at least 3 people that are either Cameron Scott or Cam Scott. Back on Shortland Street, which is a New Zealand soap from, it probably started in the 80s, but it was the early 2000s, there was a character called Cameron Scott. Maybe the late 90s, anyway, there was a character called Cameron Scott. There is a musician down in tomorrow, called Cam Scott. I believe he plays sort of a mix of country rock music. I know this because we were down in Timaru one day and we saw a flyer for Cam Scott music. Like, hey, that's me! I was quite excited about that. There is also a rugby league player in the UK called Cam Scott. Now I'm going to put this down because this is taking a little bit of time. My shoulder is hurting. So there is a rugby league player in the UK called Cameron Scott, or Cam Scott even. How do I know this? Well, I like rugby league and I found him on, or watching rugby league, his name came up, so I found him and all that kind of stuff on Facebook. I was like, cool. I took his photo and I put it as my photo profile on Facebook. Man, that was hard to say. Took his photo, made my photo his photo, and I became Cam Scott, the rugby league player, for about 4 days. Then all of a sudden, Facebook blocked me and banned me, and I was on like Facebook jail for like a week because I took this person's photo and they were reckoning that I was trying to impersonate somebody else. I really wasn't. I just thought it was kind of cool. We had the same name and he was a professional rugby league player. So he reached out to me and said blah 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 blah. Had a real go at me. All of a sudden I was blocked off Facebook for about a week. Had to change the photo and I was like, well, whatever, you sound like an absolute tool, but hey, it is what it is. So do you have anybody or aware of anybody that has the same name as you? Thanks for playing, have a good time, let's get on with the video. See if I can do this, hold on. We're looking at Corydoras on here. And apparently it's starlight personas as well. These things are so freaking chunky, it's not funny. So good one. I wonder if I can sneak up to the other side as well. Do this nice and slowly. Ah, I scared them. These dudes are also ridiculously cool. The sun is kind of out. Sign's definitely up. May or may not have forgotten again yesterday. Shh, don't tell the boss. Sorry mate, fire me. Alright, 11 o'clock, let's get it done. So, just got one more guest locked and loaded and I'm fizzing about it. This was a recommendation from one of the viewers. They asked if we could get these people on. We've set a date, so I'm happy that leaves us with just one spot before the end of the year. When I say end of the year, I mean end of November, because we don't normally get guests into December, just because life does what life does. So, here is a wee sneak peek of the guests we've got coming up for the rest of the year. Okay, so this is this week. We've got Ethan Wright, right into his plecos and catfish, Father Fish, Swamp Drap. This dude is well into botanical aquariums, which I'm also quite fizzing about. This one here is the one we've just nailed. Benny from, I'm not even trying to pronounce that, the Parapapa, basically little grammies and whatnot. Corey from Aquarium Co-op, and Oliver Lucanus from Below Water, I believe. So it leaves us with one spot, which is the one that goes in here. That is a happy days. That is a nice wee list. I'm really, really excited to get Benny on, because that was the request from one of our watchers to get someone from that group. So that'll be freaking cool. That'll be a fun time. So yeah, I'm happy. One to go. I'm talking with a couple of people trying to get that filled in. So yeah, let's do this. Let's get this on. For the record, I still haven't caught any Corys yet. My bad. So I've started moving them now. And say that again, because you might have just heard the end of Megadeth. Because when I listen to music and turn on in the video, there's like a second and a half that it hears some music, and I've got to edit it out every time. So anyway, listen to Megadeth. If you got that, you didn't get it. Anyhow, expect the rest of this video just to be full of Corydoras, Cory catfish, hot posomas, and other such catfish videos. So right now, we'll just move the smudge spots. So here's the group of smudgies. Breeding group of, what's that, 8? 8. They produced fry for me. It's a happy day. In they go. 1. Oh, so they're going in there with gold lasers and the dirty sand chest. No, the dirty bandits. There we go. Next on the list is the black Schwarzari, however you want to call it. These have not given up the goods to me. I suspect there's only one female. Oops, it's blurry. One female to a female. So either way, haven't seen eggs or nothing from them yet. But in they go. Whoops, didn't even see that. My bad. Next cab off the ranks is the Agazizii. Well, that's at least what I've got them written down as. 6 of these bad salves. Yet to have a spawn from them, at least not that I've seen. Definitely no fry from them. A really, really pretty little fish. When the light hits them, they just have some nice little speckles to them, which I think is quite cool, and some really phenomenal little patterning on them. They're quite a little fish, quite a nice little fish. And there you go. Next on the list is the emerald Corydoras that aren't really Corydoras. Emerald greens, I believe these are brocas, maybe? They might have been changed now. I bought these of a customer maybe 18 months ago. No jam from them, these are the ones that I wanted the most. I got nothing from them. I thought I was getting close at one stage, but nothing came of it. And there you go. Next up, I've got the Adolphoi. These were a spawning group for me. I found they like to spawn on stuff like wood, sticks and stuff like that. You're always finding eggs on there. I also had them spawning in spawning mops. There's an egg or two there, and one there as well. So these ones were floating spawning mops with the cork on top, polystyrene in this case. So they float down and they spawn in there, as you can see. And this one here just used to sit on the substrate, and they'd comfortably spawn in that as well. I also found them, if we left spawning mops on the ground like this, and they spawned in there, it'll give the fry plenty of places to hide as well, so we had a relatively good success rate in that. Actually not physically taking the eggs, but just allowing them to hatch in there. So here are the Adolphoi. Easily, I think, one of the prettiest, most colourful Corydoradine that we have in New Zealand. Beautiful orange on the top of their back saddle, I guess you'd call it, with a nice black stripe going down. I started with 8 of these, 9 left at the moment. We've harvested from them at least 3 or 4 times, sort of 8 to 10 at a time, so they produced pretty well, but they would have produced more if I was actually paying attention to them. Gorgeous wee fish. And there you go. And just for shits and gigs, I'm going to chuck spawning mops with the eggs back in. I don't know why, but we'll see how we go. Next on the list we have got the elegans. Started with 6 and clearly I've only got 2. Pretty much drained the tank just to make sure. These guys are always easily one of the most reclusive Corydoradines, whatever, catfish that I had. I literally just thought they were being reclusive, but possibly my numbers just dwindled. Never had a swarm from them since I've had them, unfortunately, but they will go into the big melting pot. Maybe one day I might add some more, or possibly give them a nudge. But yeah, unfortunately, down to 2 from 6. Just chucked a light over them just so we can see for the time being. There we go. Massive group of mixed Corydoradines. I'll get there one day. So that is the one rack cleared out for now. I don't think I'm going to get a chance to get the other one done. I've got a few orders to pack, which I will do now. If I do have time, I'll continue moving them. We'll flick all the heaters off on that rack, and yeah, begin trying to sell it.